was a bit of work. Okay, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Lone Wolf 902. And today I am sweating like crazy. So got all my stuff set up already. I went ahead and cut up a lot of pine. I got my twigs, I got my rounds, I got my split wood. Obviously in a hot tent today, so some of you may recognize this tent. Actually, this is another One Tiger Smoky Hut, and I say another because my other one is white. So that's right, I have two now. And how I come to receive this one was a kind of a strange twist and turn of events. Good. I mean, I'm happy I got it, and I want to thank the people that made it happen. So I ended up with another smoky hut, this time in coyote tan, kind of olive drabish color. So really love this color. Actually, I was really surprised once I set it up and I stood back quite a ways. It blends in really well. So this is the smoky hut. This is not the iron wall. So go ahead and clear that up. But right now it is coming up on about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been out here for probably a good 2.5 hours setting up. I got my X-Pad air mat in there on top of a ground mat. I've got my Black Orca down bag. I've got my Marting Top 65 liter pack. I'm going to go ahead and name all these brands right off the bat because I know I'm going to get asked a ton of questions what I used. So yeah, and my ammo can stove, my regular DIY ammo can stove that I made up there a while back, which I have in a lot of videos. So oh, right now I'm staring at my coffee kit in the corner of my tent because I am itching for a coffee. Like I said, I've been out here working up a sweat, and I'm actually in a location right now. I'm sitting exactly where me and my son Desmond slept in the Fortifly tarp tent. So we had it pitched literally right here between these trees, and I thought, you know what, that was such an awesome spot. Why not come back and do a hot tent video? So unfortunately, my son's not with me today. He's at home, but he will be back out with me in another hot tent video in a brand new hot tent. Not the Smoky Hut, not even a One Tiger's tent, actually. It's from a different company, so stay tuned for that because this thing is a beast of a tent. But tonight, it's going to be a nice quiet evening. I'm going to have the fire off to the side like me and my son did in that tarp tent video. I brought steak. I'm going to be cooking shish kebabs over the fire, over spit. So I got to find a green limb, get all the bark off of that, and put my beef, my onions, peppers, all that stuff on there. And then I'm going to kind of chill out in here for a little while. So I'm going to give this stove another run. It's going to go down to about -5 tonight, -5 degrees Celsius, sorry. Yeah, so let's just get on with the video, and I'm going to go ahead and light a fire outside and get cooking a coffee because I need one really bad. So let's go do that. Alright, so got my coffee nice and warm. Been sitting here for a few minutes now, just kind of enjoying a bit of the fire. It's getting quite windy out. Wind's just kind of whipping through these trees, blowing all over the place, so hopefully it doesn't get too nasty out. I don't think it will, but we'll see what happens. So what I think I'm going to do is, it's getting kind of dark-ish, and like I said earlier, I brought beef and vegetables to do shish kebabs over the fire. So I already went and gathered 2 sticks that I'm going to put on either side of the fire to make my support. And I got 1 green piece of wood that I already cut for the shish kebab, but I got to get all the bark off of it and sterilize it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that in just a minute, because like I said, it's getting dark, and that's going to sit on the fire and smoke and cook for probably a good hour. I would say it's going to be really good. So I got a couple pieces of long firewood over here. I want to find one more, possibly. I'll probably even throw one of these logs in here actually, and what I want to do is I want to make a bit of a long fire to kind of disperse the heat so it'll cook that stick evenly, because it's probably going to be, I'd say, about that long. So I'm going to go ahead and get a couple pieces of wood and get the fire going, get my stakes in the ground, and get the food, and let's get cooking. Okay, let's go ahead and get into some food here. So I brought a container for all my vegetables here, and I got the big old steak here that I still got to cube up and get ready for the stick. So let's go ahead and first let's add some spice to the steak before we go ahead and cut it up. So let's go ahead with some garlic. Lots of garlic powder. I've got some sea salt, and dash that on there. And some black peppercorns. And some Italian seasoning. Now we go ahead and flip this and then press down on it. It'll get all this spice to stick, hopefully. Kind of mash some of it in there with my finger first. Alright, let's do the other side. Same thing, garlic, salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning. Alright, so we'll let that spice soak in to the meat. And let's go ahead and cut up our vegetables. So, I'm going to do these in fairly large cubes. Seeds in there. Do these in some fairly large cubes so they'll fit on the stick nicely. So, probably big old honking pieces, right? And this is going to be really good. It's gonna take a while to cook, but I think it's gonna be worth it. So, seeing that kind of got some time here, now we talk about the holidays. Hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and New Year's not yet. Today is December 28th, I think. Yeah, today's the 28th, pretty sure. So, a couple days before New Year's, I will be out camping on New Year's, of course. I think I'm going to have my son with me. I'm not 100% yet, but we are going to be coming out for another overnighter together before he's got to go back to school. And yeah, so I hope you guys had a nice holidays. I've been out. I hope you guys liked the Christmas episode that me and my son went on. He had a lot of fun. He ended up burning his mouth on hot chocolate, and we kind of We kind of made fun of him a little bit in the edit. If you guys didn't see that video, go back and watch that. He had a pretty good laugh when he went back and watched it. So that was good. He was a good sport. And yeah, it was pretty quiet this holidays. I got smoke in my face. It was pretty quiet this holidays for us at home. We had a few family members come over and spent a lot of time with the kids and whatnot. So yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty good. I got loads of awesome Merry Christmases and Happy Holidays from you guys, which was really cool. I appreciate that. And hopefully this new year will bring a lot more adventures. All right, I'm gonna have a sip of coffee, cut this meat up, pop it on the stick, get it over the fire. All right, so it has been a very long time since we started cooking this, and there's a couple pieces on here that are basically ready to go. I mean, look at that. Oh, if you guys could smell this right now, the seasoning, the garlic on that, beautiful. So you can see a couple pieces right here in the light that aren't quite cooked, the beef. So I want to go ahead and start mowing down on this stuff, and then we'll go ahead and put this stuff right here back over the fire. Probably making a few people angry right now watching this. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. Whew. Hot, hot, hot. Okay, so that's probably half the stick or 3/4. Go ahead and toss these guys back over the fire for a little bit longer. Oh my goodness. Look at all that juice. Had to go get a towel because there's blood just squirting out of everything. Oh man. Oh, that onion. Oh. Oh man. Oh. If you guys could be here to even just smell how amazing this smells. Beautiful barbecue taste. Awesome smoke ring. Oh man. Ho, 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 ho. And the best part is, I don't have to share it with anybody. Oh yeah. Alright guys, so supper was awesome. That was really good. It probably took for all the meat to cook. The first batch that I did, probably about an hour. The second batch was probably about 3 hours total. That stuff was on the fire. And it tasted amazing. Really, really good. It's been a couple hours now though, so I'm getting a little hungry. And I got some fruitcake for Christmas. My girlfriend bought me a little 311 grams. Thing feels heavy. So she bought me some fruitcake in my stocking, so I'm gonna go ahead and snack on this for a little while. And before you know it, it'll be bedtime. Oh man, that looks super good. All right, so I'm gonna snack on this. I'm probably gonna have a coffee at some point, and then I'm gonna brush my teeth, and I'm gonna say goodnight. So I'll say goodnight now, just in case I don't film anything afterwards. So I'll catch you guys in the morning, unless I see you in 2 seconds. That's some good fruitcake. Oh man. Woo. Ho, ho, ho. Fruitcake, candlelight, wood stove. Oh yeah. Hey! Oh, I can see your eyes. Look at those eyes just glistening in the light. Look at that. Where'd he go? Right over there. How creepy is that? Right in the center of the screen. Where is he? Sounds like a big boy. Big buck in there. Can't see him though. Alright, well, that's it. Okay, so that noise came back. And this time I unzipped the door and headlamp fully charged. Boom, light beam right down there, right in his face, glistening eyes staring right back at me about 20-30 yards. And I couldn't see the body, but I'm gonna say it's a deer. I mean, just the way his head went to the ground, and then when I whistled at him, his head came up about 3 feet high, so you can tell that the height of it. I'm gonna say it's a deer, and he didn't sound like he was too happy. morning, everybody. So I've been up for about an hour now and got the wood stove going, got a nice hot cup of coffee, and pretty quiet out here. So I got up out of the tent and I had to go cut a few pieces of wood, not lots, like I think one branch, about 15-20 pieces, and this is what I had left over from last night. Just a couple pieces sitting here. It's all softwood, so it burned very quick, but as you guys know, I don't burn the stove when I go to sleep. So I think I put in 2 or 3 pieces about this size, loaded it in, shut the door, shut the draft, let it do its thing. My down bag that I used last night, this big guy right here, this was extremely warm. I was really happy with this. So that kept me warm all night. I had my jacket on top of my sleeping pad, which also offered up a little bit more warmth. Unfortunately, I ran into a bit of a problem with my sleeping pad. It's got a hole in it somewheres. I woke up and I was flat on the ground, my hips, and I was quite cold, so I got up and I put a couple pumps of air into it and I laid back down, and about half hour later I was back on the ground again. So I'm not too happy about that. It's an X-Bed down mat that I've had for quite a while now, and the last few trips I've been kind of suspect it leaking or something going on, and sure enough I turned it over this morning and I can see a white little feather coming out. So I think I know exactly where the hole is. I'm gonna go home and put it in the bathtub and kind of squeeze it out, see if I can narrow down where it is and possibly patch it and go from there. But not real happy with that. So I think I'm gonna be in the market for a new pad. But other than that, I had a pretty decent night, so I can't really complain with that. The noises, oh, had some weird noises last night. And just behind the camera, about 10 feet, there's a deer trail. And I was just over there a few minutes ago when I was walking around getting wood. There is an actual tree with fresh deer rub on it, and antler marks, and there's a whole bunch of foot tracks over, deer tracks over there from from last night. There's a bit of snow and ice over there, so it was in fact a number of deer that were not happy that I was here. So that was kind of interesting. But all that aside, I had a really good night. I fell asleep no problem. Had a full belly, had some fruitcake last night, brushed my teeth, and I think that was it. So for this morning, what we're gonna do is I got my frying pan over here, and I got a couple pieces of bacon, and I also have a couple pieces of onion and pepper left over from those kabobs that I did last night. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss all that in the pan, do up the bacon, do up the peppers and onion, and have a little bit of a snack, a little bit of a breakfast. So let's get cracking on that, and I bet it's gonna smell and taste good, just like this coffee. Oh yeah. All right, let's get cooking. Alright, with bacon cooking away here, it was cooking a little slow at first because there wasn't a whole lot of wood in the stove. So I decided to take advantage of that time and go ahead and pack up my down bag and my sleeping pad. So now I have a little bit more livable space and able to kind of work, and I don't have to do it later on. So we still got a bunch of vegetables in here, and I did bring a French roll baguette, which I'm going to butter and toast and do with my garlic and Italian seasoning like I do with everything, because it's awesome. So let's go ahead and slice some of these up. Grab my cutting board here, No eggs this time. I didn't bring any eggs. Kind of getting bored of doing eggs and bacon and, you know, the same kind of stuff all the time, so I like to mix it up a little bit. Green onion. Can't go wrong with green onion. So, got a big dish of veggies here. Bacon is coming along nicely. All that fat that's coming off the bacon that's rendering off, that liquid, I'm going to leave in there because that's going to help fry up the vegetables really nice. And we'll have a bit of fried veggies and bacon. The stove's kicking out the heat now. Alright, so I got my bread on the stove in the frying pan, and this just kind of reminded me of a question that I've been getting asked off and on. Not overly a lot, but off and on I've been asked about cooking. Just trying to get this piece of wood in here. I had hot. So I've been asked, because I do a lot of cooking out in the woods, and I've had people say you must take a lot of dishes with you, or you've got to have like 5 pots and 3 frying pans and this and that, and the truth is I don't. So today all I brought was my 750 mil titanium pot, which has pine resin and stuff stuck to the bottom of it, finely burned in. So I got my 750 mil titanium pot. I have my 400 mil titanium cup. I believe this is a 400 mil. So simple cup and lid, that's my coffee. And I do my oatmeal in that and all kinds of different things. In the pot, I'll do like ramen, soup, stews, coffee water, all that kind of stuff. And then on the trips that need a frying pan, I bring the frying pan. So I don't always bring this. It's only if I'm doing, like, if I got bacon, I want to do bacon, I'll bring a frying pan for that. So I don't know if you can see this or not. This right here is what I just cooked in a pan. That's all my vegetables, mushrooms, bacon, everything is done. The juices are still flowing in it. I just went ahead and set it inside the lid to my container. Set it over here to make it cold. Now the bread is priority. This has to be done only once, because you can't really reheat toasted bread. You're only going to burn it more, right? So this is my priority right now. So I put that over. It's done. It's out of the way. Put the bread on. Now I got my spices already ready for my bread, which is just going to be garlic and Italian seasoning. These 2 guys right here. So we're ready to go. The bread is already buttered. So what I'm going to do, see, it's not even golden yet. Still kind of bubbling away. When that's all toasted up really nicely, I'm going to quickly garlic it, Italian season it, and I'm going to slam all of this right back into the frying pan. Get that stove cranking real fast, and this will be, it's still warm. Like, it's still still actually quite hot on my hand underneath. So I'm gonna go ahead, and the reason why I don't cover it is because I don't really want it getting all soggy and mushy. So I leave it open like this in the cool air to stop the cooking, to cool it down. And then when I'm ready to put it back in, it'll heat up really fast. And then I'll have that in the pan with my garlic bread to dip, and simple as that. So sometimes you just gotta take your food, set it out, let it get cold, whatever, put it on the back burner type thing. Put your focus on what you gotta do, cook it, get it done, and then bring it back in, reheat, and go on. So there's lots of other methods. You can bring tin foil, you can bring different containers and that, but this is the method that I found that works for me, and I've done it for years and it works really well. So a little tip for you guys that some of you, like I said, have been asking, how many dishes do I take or what do I bring with me? Basically, usually it's just this pot and this cup, and that's it for dishes, other than a spoon. You know, I bring a spoon, a fork. I like taking a real fork. So I'm actually ordering a titanium cutlery set, so I'll have a titanium knife, spoon, and fork that'll replace all that heavier stuff. And a titanium frying pan, I'll have that coming shortly as well. So yeah, that's the cooking setup. Okay, so this tree right here, here's that rub from those antlers from the deer. And if you look just behind, there's my tent right there. So that's how close these deer are walking through here and huffing and snorting at me. Right here is last night, rubbed all this, came up and down the trail. So give you an idea of how close they were. It's kind of funny. They actually, I think they slept right near me because I could hear it all night for about 3-4 hours. So I'm pretty sure they bedded down here. And then early this morning, I heard a big crash and they kind of took off when I started stirring around. So pretty sure they slept right in here somewheres and just kind of scurried off in the morning. But that's pretty cool. Woo! Not too hot for the pan. All right, breakfast is ready. So I got my garlic bread here, my bacon, my vegetables. Let's get into this. Mushroom, onion. Oh yeah. I really taste the black peppercorn in that. Get into this big, thick garlic bread. Sop up some of those juices. Oh man. This bread is incredibly soft, fluffy, but it's got that golden crust on the outside from toasting. Oh wow. I'm definitely doing this more often. Wow. Did that just come right apart? Whew. Another great meal out in the woods. Chilling out in a hot tent, right next to a hot stove. Got my coffee over here. Again, if you guys could smell this. The funny thing is, we don't have a very big house at home. So, when I go home after camping, I take very, very good care of my gear. I baby my gear. I really do. So, today, I'll have the smoky hut. I'll have my black orca bag plus the X-Bed pad and my ground mat, the silver ground mat. I have a ridgeline in my bedroom. Permanent ridgeline. Basically a clothesline in my bedroom. This will be hung over it, so this will be hanging up in my room. My sleeping bag will be hanging, my down pad, my ground sheet, all that will be hanging in my bedroom. Yes, it drives my girlfriend insane, but she knows that the replacement cost is just astronomical. So, take good care of it. Now, the reason I'm saying this is all this bacon smell and garlic and pepper. My entire upstairs of my house is going to reek of campfire bacon for like 3 days. And what makes this even more funny is today I'm heading home. I'm going to go home and edit this video, clean up all this stuff at home, you know, get it all dried out and whatnot. I'm coming right back out here tomorrow to do it again with a buddy of mine, Ben. So, if everything turns out. Alright, so breakfast was awesome. I am definitely stuffed now. Very full. So I do have a couple other food items. I got 2 packs of noodles and a cup of soup with me. So I always bring 1 or 2 extra items that I know I'm not going to eat. And the items that I know that I'm not going to eat are basically like an emergency reserve type deal. They're always something dry. So like pasta, cup of soup, something dry that I need to add water to. That way it's not adding a lot of bulk or a lot of weight to my pack. So it's in my bag right now, but just a pack of ramen. You know, it's simple. Throw a pack of ramen in your bag. I got a water source about 50 yards from here, so I could just go get water, get some snow over here, some ice, whatever, melt it up, bam, you get an emergency meal. So, but right now I'm stuffed, and it's just about time for me to start packing up, actually, because I finished my breakfast and then I bumped around for about 45 minutes. So you're seeing this. Well, you didn't see the 45 minutes. So I'm going to let this stove burn out, and I already got a head start, which is great. My sleeping bag and down mat's already packed away, so that's perfect. Oh, excuse me. I guess all that I have left to do really is just, I got my coffee kit, my cutting board, my cup, and tent. That's it. The stove, that's 10 minutes pack up. Let it cool out. Take the pipe off, dump it out upside down over the fire pit behind the camera. We'll douse that with water, kick some snow over it, and pack it away and hit the trail. So, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys now, and catch you guys in the next video. I had a really good time out here. It's about -2 degrees right now. Last night it did get quite chilly. I don't know the temperature. I didn't check. I did get a new thermometer for Christmas, by the way, before I let you guys go. My daughter got me a little electronic temperature thermometer, my bobber thingy-majing. So I didn't use it last night, unfortunately. I was going to, and I totally forgot about it till this morning, but I can hang it from the top of the hook in the teepee, and I can tell you guys the temperature that it is inside of the shelter, and then I can put it outside and tell you guys the outside temperature. So now you guys will be able to have an idea of how much heat can this little guy put out, and I could stick it down here to give you like a comfort reading. I could put it up high to give you like the hot temps. So going to be doing that in the future. I totally forgot about it this time, but I do have it, and I will be showing it to you guys soon. So like I said, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I think that's all I got for now. Oh, one more thing. I have a surprise coming for the channel, for all you guys. Big surprise. Some of you have already sniffed it out. Some of you have no clue it's even available. But something is going to be coming available in probably about a week or two, maybe even 3 weeks. I'm not totally sure. But as soon as it is, it's all checked out by me and I'm 100% okay with it, I'm going to launch it and I want to let you guys know what it is. So till next time, thank you. Get out there, get camping, have fun, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next adventure. Peace out.